Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I have a few new journals to share with you today, which will be going into my Etsy shop. So we'll get straight into it. This first one is not quite finished. I still have a little bit more embellishing to do with it. But this is a fabric cover, and just measure it. Measures 8.5 by 4.5, so it's sort of similar to a traveller's notebook style. It has the lace wrapped round it, and it has the like a batting, so it is quite a soft, flexible cover. Has a little frame here, and you can write something, a title or name in there, and you can also remove that piece of paper. I have a sari silk closure, which has just been sewn on. And with each of these journals, you'll also get like a little ephemera pack. And these are just some little envelopes that have been printed with, this one has the AntiquePaperie collage papers on it. And I've just printed that onto the vellum, made a nice little envelope. So you can also use this in your journals afterwards. And there's a few more things to go in this, but it's just some of the various pieces that come from the collage kit and another one of AntiquePaperie's kits. So, but yeah, there will be some more goodies added into that. So this one isn't quite finished, so it's still a little bit plain. I'll just quickly flick through. It has some book pages and parchment paper. Made a little envelope there with from some tea-dye parchment paper. This is from a Shakespeare book. It's from the Midsummer Night's Dream. I'll just put sort of like some plain accounting type paper in here. It's a little pocket that I made. I think I put something in there. Yeah, it's a little one of the tags in there. Another tag there. I've done a little bit of collaging at the bottom with an envelope. This is some tea-dyed parchment. That's a tag that I made, and that's a flip out page. This is just from an old recipe book. That's a colouring page. This is from a book about cactuses. Some white art paper. Got another pocket there. This is just some quite thick notebook paper. Got another little collage here with a vocabulary card. That's the other side of the colouring paper. That's actually a French page, I think. Another pocket there. Some more nice tea-dye parchment paper. Another long skinny sort of tag that I made on craft card. And this is actually made from some old inner sleeves that come from vinyl records. So that comes from like the 60s, 1960s or 70s. So that's like a really nice, cool textured paper. I have a little envelope and a ruffle there. Another little envelope, and this is one of those big flip out pages. I won't open it up completely, but you can see that that's you have a nice extra page for journaling there. That's a manila envelope. And that's an old letter that I printed. I'm not sure where I got that from, but that's printed onto parchment paper. So that's that one, but yeah, there will be some more things included with that one. The next one is an A5 sized journal. It's just a one signature journal. It's made with craft cardstock, has quite a sturdy cover. This is some seeded calico that I used some fabric dye, so it has quite a nice pattern. And then again, I've used some of the floral collage from AntiquePaperie. We have some little metal book corners and it says vintage at the bottom. Again, this one has another envelope, a little ephemera envelope. And this is an idea that I got from Martina at AntiquePaperie. And this is another collage paper printed onto vellum, but it's also backed onto some Edith Holden book page. If I can get to it. So again, there's lots of bits and pieces, mostly from, yeah, they're all from the floral collage kit. I do also hope to have some of these ones as separate listings in my shop. I hope to have a couple of these coming up in the next, you know, week or two. And they'll probably be filled with more things like stuff that you can collage with, and bits of lace and fabric and all that sort of thing, all that good stuff. So this is this one. This is fairly blank as well. It just has the craft card and the stitching. We have a little mason jar. And I made a little pocket here. And just have a tiny little tag, which I've just done some collaging on. That's a piece of music sheet paper. This is from a botanical book. This is some, like, I think it's like an address book page that I got in some Happy Mail. And some of the paper in here is fabric dyed paper. So this is a piece of the fabric dyed paper. That's AntiquePaperie. We have a piece of music sheet. This is a piece of ledger. That's fabric dyed as well. So there's lots of space here for you to make it your own. That's a piece of nice thin art paper, which has a slight sort of textured look to it. This is a collage page from AntiquePaperie. Nice book page. Here we have a doily folded up that you can use for collage, and another little handmade tag. This is a piece of my architect's ledger, no, not ledger, graph paper that I've tea-dyed parchment. This is from the Observer Book of Birds. Gorgeous little book that is. It has some really lovely images in it. This is another page, an AntiquePaperie page. This is also from the floral collage from AntiquePaperie. Lovely tea dyeing. Another page, I'm not quite sure what book that's from. I think that's another vintage garden flowers book. Here I made a collaged envelope. So we have a little tuck at the top. A little ruffle on there, and then you've got a side opening here which has a little tag in it. Another flip out there. And then I made one of my gusseted pockets here. This is also made from the Artie Mays Floral Collage. And in this I just have a little piece of tea-dyed art paper. So you can put quite a few things in that. And the back is just plain. So that's the ephemera pack that goes with that one. And then the last one is this nice big hardcover journal. This is, the covers for these are an upcycled book. I've just used the covers and I've made a new chipboard spine for this one. And this measures 8 1/4 by 5, and that has a 1 3/4 inch spine. This is covered with some lovely upholstery fabric, and then I'll use some lovely lacy, I think this used to be called anglaise, I think, lace. I've left all the threads hanging. And then I've just used a piece of cotton here, which I've torn, and then I've sewn that together like you would get with a piece of sari silk. So that completely comes off. We have our metal book corners, and then this one is called Bloom, and that's a dictionary definition in the little frame. And that's backed onto a pretty piece of sari silk and a little piece of old vintage muslin. On the side we have a Tim Holtz token which says hope and a butterfly, and then at the bottom we have some little shells, and that's a mother of pearl button. And the kit I've used with this journal is from Victoria Designs, and it's like a herbal garden kit. So on the inside I've used one of the pages from the kit. This has 3 signatures. I'm not sure how many pages it has, but all the details will be in the Etsy listing. So this kit is absolutely gorgeous. It has you get a lot of pages and a lot of ephemera with this as well. So this is printed onto sort of like a thin photo mat paper. And I've also used some pages from Nick the Booksmith. So this is one of her title pages. Made a few tags to go with it. So that's a lovely floral tea card. That's a real vintage one. It's just a nice piece of cream card made into a tag. Have some more floral book pages. I have a little mason jar and a little seed packet. This is some tea-dyed art paper, so it's quite thick. We have some notebook paper. This is one of the little labels, so you could glue that anywhere you want, and that's just a little piece of vintage fabric. That's another page from Nick the Booksmith. This is from the Observer book of wildflowers. Another digital page. That's the middle. The other side, that's from Nick the Booksmith. We have a fabric pocket, and that's one of the journal cards from the kit. On this page, I was inspired by Jibid Neri with her stitched lines that she does. So I just tore a little piece of text page and I've sewn that there, and these are just little couple of pieces of the sari silk. Got some more tags from the kit. And the second signature. So you could use this as a garden diary, or if you're into herbs, you could write down all the things that you want to do with herbs, different herbs that you've grown maybe. This is some thin tissue paper. It's another page, title page from Nick the Booksmith. Got a little envelope here, and that's a tuck, and a little pocket there. Have some tickets. And another little piece from the kit, and this is another tag that I made with a vintage tea card, which I've wrapped that around there and sewn it. So colouring page, some Edith Holden. That's where we have the little Tim Holtz token. That's another card from the kit, and that flips out as well. Just have a little, it's just a little lace pocket there. You could tuck something under. Another couple of little tags. We've got a tiny little mason jar, sorry, and another little tag in a little pocket. A little bit of a ruffle here. That's a pocket as well. And oh yeah, I have put something in there. This is another one of the cards from the kit. I have a little envelope here, and there is a card in here. And you can also tuck something behind there as well. Little wallpaper pocket here. I haven't put anything in that one. We've got the tissue paper. And then this is the third signature. I made a little double pocket here with some tea-dyed parchment. And so we have a couple of little tags there. I have a fabric flip. We've got a pocket here, another little tag from the kit. And this is a piece of vintage lace. I only have a very small piece of this, so I'm hoarding the rest of it. We have a big pocket here that you can put lots of things in. And this is just a little card made with one of the cards from the kit. Another piece of that vintage fabric. And here I've just made another little card. That's made from some craft card with a little bit of collaging and a butterfly sticker. And then you've got a journaling spot on the back. Another handmade tag there with a vintage tea card. A little bit of cheesecloth on the edge. That's a fabric pocket. A little bit of collaging with cheesecloth at the top. And then with this one you also get an ephemera pack. And this is I've printed this envelope onto vellum as well, and this is a design that I got from AntiquePaperie, and I think it's called Rhiannon Moth. I'll try and remember to link that down below, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, so I've done the stitching, a little bit of sari silk on there. And then we have quite a few extra little goodies, some vintage tea cards, a couple of little ruffles. And then again, it's lots of the pieces that were left over from the kit. Another little scrap of tea-dyed art paper, and then that's just a little envelope that I made from some wallpaper. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you all again soon, and thanks for watching. Bye.